everything's settled up here. I'll about start in a second. I just want to set this up right. To public versus private. There we go. All right. Let's talk about Prophetic Dream. My name is Lisa Phillips. I am an online entrepreneur. I have another website where I have another YouTube channel about real estate investing. I help mostly black professionals invest in real estate. I'm a best-selling author. You might see me on different podcasts or radio shows. So that's what I do. But I also am an archangel channel, a healer, and medium. And I've been getting a lot of messages. Like, I just didn't know they were called prophetic dreams. Because sort of, like I said, in the spiritual community, I'm spiritual, not religious. Although we do some of the same things, although we veer off when the judgmental part of the religion comes in. That's when I'm like, no thank you. But I receive messages in my dreams. I can ask the angels and God and Jesus directly and get an answer. So I didn't realize they were called prophetic dreams. Everybody knows that you should keep a dream journal because, you know, there's insights, there's always a message. Luckily for me, my dreams are definitely very straightforward. They've never been hidden in symbolism. They're like, directly, this is it. I'm really happy about that. So this is the dream I had. I just wanted to introduce myself. And this one was very interesting. So we were in a gymnasium, and it was a whole bunch of people I didn't know, of all colors actually. Mostly minority, but you know, it was diverse. And we sat, and everyone could sit and all of a sudden in front of a screen. And in front of the screen, there was all these cryptocurrencies. But the cryptocurrencies were like 21 different cryptocurrencies. But the 21 different cryptocurrencies sort of represented, like, even though they're like the 6 corporations that control all the media, right? So the 21 different cryptocurrencies were like owned by the same people who own the system today that we're trying to remove and get rid and purge, right? So that's what they represented. And we're watching them, and it's just like, no, you're this, like me inside, I'm like, no, you're the same people who we got just rid of. We're not going to take your cryptocurrency and put you on top again. Your system doesn't work. And so I started a chant that everyone started in the gymnasium started saying, like, no more of the 21, no more of the 21, something like that. Something like, we're not taking it anymore. And then after we chanted, like, it worked, and everyone would, like, reject it. Everyone in the gymnasium rejected, but, like, the symbolism was when everyone in the gymnasium rejected, everyone around the world rejected, going back to the old system. And so, go back to the old system, and what happened next was that, you know, so it just sort of flashed to the next scene. We're still in the gymnasium, but, you know, in the dream, everyone agreed that old system didn't serve us. And so, all of a sudden, we sit there, and we're like, well, what do we do if we don't use them? And I get up, and I go, hey, we need a committee. We need a committee for membership, a committee for this, a committee for that, a committee for cleanup, a committee for food, and all these committees. And then there were like 8 tables, like round tables on the gymnasium floor, and like 8 people sort of volunteered for each position and sat at it, but they were by themselves. And I looked around and was like, all right, now we need volunteers. You need a volunteer from 3 to 5 committees. And the dream sort of ended there. Well, there was another part of it about us taking the bus, but I can't remember that as well. Which is this one. That's excuse me. The interpretation I got from that when I asked was, it's pretty straightforward. It's like we're in the process of demolishing all these old systems, COVID is what people are, God is letting COVID happen because it gives an opportunity for like a self-selection process. You know, who's going to listen to the system versus listening to him? You know, who's taking the time to not be distracted? Who's done the work so that they can ascend to the next level? So in the religious community, they call it end times. But to the spiritual community, this is the ascension process. And your soul's ascending. And we need to get through the next 5 years through the age of Aquarius so that the people who are of the highest vibration and light and evolved souls are going to make it. And we're going from 3D to 5D, where it's going to be a place of love and light and working together in community. I like to say it's group think. So all of a sudden, everybody, if there's a town of 400, everybody shows up at the church or at the town square at the same time, not because an email blast went out, but because everyone heard the message from their higher self, because we're all connected. It's not just like, oh, one person is a prophetess. No, like everybody is evolved. Everyone's done the work to be evolved. And that's what we're heading into. And so the interpretation is that we need to get prepared for when we get through this. And not everyone's going to make it. I am chosen. I am protected. They show me that. I'm pretty sure I was always chosen, but I know it's the fact that if I hadn't done the work, I could be as easily purged as anyone else, right? I could be easily said, if I didn't do my work in God and Jesus and having that support, I would let fear overtake me. So just because you're chosen, like many are called, few are chosen, but I just, like I said, if I hadn't have done the work, I wouldn't be. So it's not a given, right? It's not like you have a birthright, but you also have to do the work to be deserving of it. And so, so I'm ready to get through the next 5 years. I'm telling you, I haven't missed a beat. Right now, the Lord, my angel guides tell me what I need to do. Then I let the world know. If you have eyes to see and ears to listen, you'll hear it and know it inside that what I'm saying is true. And you'll be able to, heed the warning with me. So we're both like in a place where, we're not being phased. And we're doing the work to remain so. So, we're going to do work when we get past this. We're going to have to work together. It's still going to have people who are religious versus unspiritual. We're still going to have people be judgmental, even though we're trying to get rid of judgment. We're still going to have, issues we're going to have to deal with. But the hope is, as we're evolving to 5D, we're doing it on a different playground where everyone knows that, it's not about the system, it's about each other. It's about knowing what our gifts are, bringing our gifts to bear, and working together on a spiritual level, not such a physical level. So it's like, get ready, because we're going to have to, when all these governments and the purge happens, and this gets demolished, and this country falls, and whatever, when all this happens, we're going to have to govern ourselves. We're going to have to make a new society. We're going to have to get ready. And they're like, get prepared, right? And so, I feel a lot of my activities are preparing me, but it's nice, but it's interesting to go, okay, we're going to have to run this, and we're going to have to step up and be leaders in our own little small towns and whatnot. So, ready, get ready for what's coming, okay, guys? All right, so this is a short one, but bye.